I want to transform us from clingy, anxious, golden retriever pick-me's to sexy, seductress sirens. Black cats. You know what I'm saying here? Your mind. You're gonna open your heart. You're gonna open your belly. Breathe out. I don't want you sucking it anymore. I don't care if you're not skinny. You're feminine. That's all that matters. Open your belly. You get hard as a rock. And the feminine energy is like so soft and like open like water. So like it doesn't really need Rocky Balboa in there, okay? Being anxiously attached isn't a bad thing, but identifying with that part of yourself is what's going to get you in trouble. In this video, we are tackling detachment and living a detached, surrendered life. We are going to be living a life where things come to us and we don't have to chase. We don't have to cling. Everything's going to come naturally. My view on attachment might be a little different than most people's views because the internet holds anxious attachment as a bad thing. Acknowledging and accepting that part of you and letting it be there is good. But denying and resisting it is going to cause you a lot of suffering because it doesn't just disappear. There's no way of saying off. No, you have to do the inner work. And in the process of not identifying with it, which I'm going to talk about, is what's going to allow you to actually transform this energy. So it doesn't have to be a golden retriever anymore. It doesn't have to be chasing men. It doesn't have to be wondering where they're at when you're home, okay? Because that's a wound that you have. That's a wound that you have. And it's okay because I've been there as well. I've been there as well. My golden retriever, she still comes out to play. You know, she's part of the family as well. But just like any good owner of a dog, they know that it has been trained, okay? I trained her. So I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to train yours. Like I mentioned, that's a wounded part of yourself. It's a very young aspect of you that reacts in a certain way because what is it looking for? Let's be real here. It's looking for love. It's looking for attention. It's looking for its needs to be met. And guess who's not meeting them? Guess who's not meeting those needs? You, sister. Or brother, you're not meeting the needs of this part, so it's going to go out there and try to get it. That's why when the guy gives you a little bit of attention, a little bit of love, and he's cute, then you start thinking about him all day because he was able to give you a little bit of breadcrumbs, and you'll take breadcrumbs because you're not fulfilling that part. So that part is going to say, yay, this is all the love that I'm getting. Let me hold on to it. Let's hope that the next thing happens. And then boom, you're in the chasing energy. You're in the masculine energy. You're looking for the guy. You're going to be like, oh, I'll ask you out. I'll do all these things. Just give me a little bit of love. And what? Like, we are not living that way anymore because that way ruins feminine energy. It destroys. It crumbles feminine energy to the ground. And I'm all about healing the feminine. I am all about opening, so much so that whatever comes up in my experience, I open and get off on it. No, I'm kidding. But if you want to learn to get off on your dark stuff, watch this video, okay? This is shadow work 101. It's going to teach you how to do this, but I don't need to get all kinky with you right now. Let's just get into these points, okay, guys? So let me just make this 100% clear. If it's not obvious, we have a bunch of parts in us. We're not just anxious attachment. No, we are a bunch of different parts. And this singular part, the anxious, attached, clingy girl, is the part that's getting triggered. But notice this isn't you. This isn't your true self. This is just a part of you that's coming up. So the first step to handling detachment is to notice when that part comes up and unblend. This is internal family systems. New work, I use it. It's a lot of, healing, trauma work, wounds, but that's just the basis of it is we have a bunch of parts and we are the self, the awareness that is watching these parts. But what happens is when the part comes up and you don't have that enough awareness and you're still blended with it, You just react in different ways. Like you go and ask the guy out. You go text your friend because they haven't answered you in 3 hours. So you blow up their phone. That's what we do when we're blended with our clingy attachment part. But now this work is going to teach you to separate it so you could sit as the awareness behind the clingy attachment and watch her. Watch her. And when this comes up, what are you going to do? You're going to react? No, no, no. You're going to sit. You're going to say to yourself, that's just the part of me that's clingy and attached. And now if you are home, that's what you're going to do out in public when things are happening, and you're just going to relax into your femme. You're just going to relax back into the self, the adult self that can handle this situation. And then you're just not going to react, okay? This is going to be out in public, but we're talking about now you're back at home, and this energy is still present and it's coming up. You're going to sit your ass down. You're going to sit your ass down and breathe 3 times, at least 3. Give me 3 or 5, okay? Give me 3 or 5. And you're going to breathe. And you're going to look at that part. You're going to let that part come up, and you're going to observe it and focus on it. And what you're going to say is, what do you need right now? And it has to be out of curiosity. We're coming in from a curious perspective, because the thing about parts is they have a lot of protectors. You try to talk to this one part, a bunch of other parts are not going to let you talk to him. It's going to be the problem solver part, or I don't know, just like another protector part. Let me think what comes up. Sometimes it's like the problem solver or the guilty part of me will come up when I'm trying to work on an aspect of myself. So you're going to acknowledge that these parts are coming up, and you're going to say, can you take a seat back? Can you please sit down? Because I really want to know. I'm curious to know what this part is actually looking for. I'm willing to be the adult here. I know this is a very young part of me, and I want to acknowledge it, and I want to be able to work with it, and I want to love it because it is part of me. It's not a bad part. There is no bad parts, okay? If you're not coming from the one of the 8 C's, this isn't going to work. And these are the 8 C's: curiosity, creativity, courage, connectiveness, confidence, clarity, compassion, and I think I said curiosity already. So if you're not coming from one of the 8 C's, you're not the self in that moment. You're a protector. You're some other part of you that's not letting you get through. And like I said, you gently ask. This is what is going to heal you, all right? That's why I had to go into this whole spiel about it, because this is the work, honey. This is the real work. It's not, the tips won't work unless you actually do your healing work. I'm sorry. You can't look at these parts and be like, and reject them, because I did that for so long. But guess what? She just always came back. Even when I wasn't focused on her, whose shadow came up to play when I wasn't focused on it? That part. And I just had to acknowledge it. And then you keep on doing the work, and it comes up, and you're able to deal with it. You don't have to run. You don't have to fear it, because it's a part of you. It's a beautiful part of you that's looking for love. I don't know if it's actually looking for love. It might be looking for acknowledgement. It might be looking for approval. It's certain things that it's looking for, and it will tell you. Trust me, the conversation will come on, and you'll have these conversations. But this is the first step. Now that you have some awareness, you see this part, you know that you're separate from this part. You are the self, you are the healer, you are the compassion, you are the love, you are the adult. Now it's time to get into the feminine healing, okay, honey? And that's my next point. So golden retriever, we clearly know, is very masculine. Chase, do. I can do it. I can get it. Let me grab it. Let me hold. That's the masculine energy. And we know that the black cat is the mysterious, aloof, always like in its own world, in its own presence. I wouldn't even say the black cat is like skittery or anything, but my mind goes to that. But the feminine energy to me is flowing. It's moving, it's dancing, it's moving through life. It's open, and it's allowing things to flow through. The black cat isn't the chaser. Oh, no, 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 no. If you want its attention, you show up right. You show up correct, right? So the black cat, secure energy that we all love and adore, is our natural essence. especially if you're a woman. This is our natural state of being. Our feminine energy is who we are at our core. And the more that we undo these protecting layers and get in touch with that, the more authentic we feel, the more powers, the more feminine seductress comes through, the more loving light comes through. All the juicy and delicious things that I love about being a woman come through. And I am on top of the world, honey. It's unnatural for us to be acting in this golden retriever reactivity. It's very masculine, like I said, and there's nothing wrong with masculine energy. Masculine energy is useful at times, but for so long when I was not healed, when I was a wounded warrior, I would use masculine energy to get love and my needs met. I would harden up and I would act like a bro just to get my needs met because I didn't trust my feminine energy to do it, because after years of being hurt, you put all these layers up, these shields. See the voice deepening? And you get hard. You get hard as a rock. And the feminine energy is like so soft and like open, like water. So like, it doesn't really need Rocky Balboa in there, okay? When you feel that masculine energy coming through, like you want to go get something, you have to get it right now and you need it right now. Relax. Relax. In that exact moment, you're going to relax. You're going to open. You're going to open your mind. You're going to open your heart. You're going to open your belly. Breathe out. I don't want you sucking it anymore. I don't care if you're not skinny. You're feminine. That's all that matters. Open your belly. Open your pussy. The most feminine aspect of you. Open it right now. Open your fucking toes, okay? Open. 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 And keep on fucking opening. That's all I gotta say. Open through it all. It's the commitment to stay femme no matter what. It's the commitment to stay femme even when you're getting triggered and reactive. And femininity, the feminine energy, is a synonym for spirit. They're equal. I don't know if you guys know the Terence McKenna quote is, the problem in the world isn't the fight between the masculine and the feminine, it's between the ego and the feminine. I think it's like that. Fuck. But feminine energy is equivalent to the divine. And what's the divine? Open, spacious consciousness. And what is the feminine? That exact thing, okay? That's our nature. So receive with ease and allow things to come to you, because it's just so seductive when you're in this state. Oh, honey. You ever want a guy's attention? Just fucking open yourself. In the proximity, everybody looks at you like fishes going to the light. I mean, flies going to the light. That's it. It just sucks it in, I swear. It sucks it in. Oh my God, it's so delicious. Our final point, I love this point so much, is to treat people like cats. No, I don't mean to pet them and feed them milk, unless they like that, you know what I'm saying? No judgment. But cats come when they want, not when they're called. If you try to pick up a cat and it doesn't want to be picked up, it will give you claws. If it wants attention and you don't want to give it, it will harass you. Let's say that you like cats, so you put out milk in front of your doorstep because there's a neighborhood cat that you think is super cute. So you put out milk and the cat comes and drinks the milk. And as long as you keep on putting good milk out, the cat will continue to come back. And if you have the best milk in the neighborhood, the cat's sure to consistently come back. If you get what I'm saying here, the milk is your energy. It's your vibration. It's your value. It's who you are as a person. It's you developing yourself to be like the most valuable, amazing person ever, that you just have good milk and you put good milk out and the cat will continue to come out because it's good milk. But when the cat is not with you, you're not thinking about the cat because you don't own the cat. The cat is doing its own thing. You're not thinking about it. It's not yours. But when the cat is there, you enjoy its company. You appreciate the cat. You're present with the cat. And for that moment that it lasts with the cat, you're loving every moment of it. But when it passed, They're out. They're not in your mind anymore. You're not thinking about the kitty cat. And of course you're not, because you're busy working on your business. You're busy being hot. You're busy doing your health. You're busy with your friends. You're busy doing your art and your creativity. You're busy taking selfies. I don't fucking know. But you're not thinking about the cat because your life is so full. But once again, the cat comes, you're in the present with it. You enjoy the time, but you let it go. Okay? And if the cat never comes back, no worries. Because some other cat will, all right? You have the good milk. Very, very helpful to remind yourself when your anxious attachment gets triggered to say, treat people like cats, especially if it's with somebody. Like, people come and go in my life, and I just look at them, and they flow, and I don't get attached to them. They're like kitty cats. I love them. I love cats. They come, they go. I put out good milk. I put out love. And that's how it is. Another point I like is the things that are meant for you will find you. Really take that into your belief system. That detaches you. That's pure feminine energy right there. You don't have to go get them, honey. You have to just align, honey. That's it. You gotta align. And it will equal. It will level up. There might be a rocky roller coaster before you get there, but you know, hey, here we are now. That's all I gotta say today. This is the video for the shadow work. And I really love you guys. I'm really happy I sat my ass down and did this today, man. Fuck yeah. I can and I will. The masculine energy in me came through! Yeah. Me like, this sister struggled to make this. Struggled. I've been through like this. And in the end,